Hi, this is my round one project video, um, for Passion Time. My video, or, my question was, can I study the history of the British royal family and share it with others? Um, I actually came up with a couple of results, but before I do that, I just wanted to say this actually isn't how I thought it would be. I thought we would have a lot more time. So I didn't get what I imagined. So I studied two people that I thought were very important in the British royal family. The first person was Queen Victoria. I drew this picture. I copied it off of, I think it was when she became queen. I'm pretty sure it's called a coronation. So I copied it. There's a painting that I found on Google, and I thought I could just copy it. So yeah, but I drew it. And I wrote a page full of kind of facts of Queen Victoria. Here it is. Queen Victoria's life. Queen Victoria's real name is Alexandria, I think. Alexandria Victoria. She was born on May 24th, 1819 in Kensington Palace. And I just wanted to add that Kensington Palace, I'm pretty sure, is the most important, or one of the most important and famous castles today, because Queen Elizabeth II, she's the queen right now. She lives there, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. I'm pretty sure after a wedding, normally the party is there or at Buckingham Palace. So yeah. And she grew up around elderly men who ruled the world. And I'm pretty sure those were her uncles. She was very close with them. And that's because 6 months after, 6 months after she was born, her father died. So, she was very close to the elderly men she grew up around. I read that they were her uncles or something like that. Not totally sure. When she was 18, her uncle William died. There was a video on Queen Victoria, and it said that Queen Victoria, she woke up one morning and a servant told her, Victoria, your uncle just died. You will become queen next. I think you'll become queen today or tomorrow, something like that. Because you can't have, I think at the time, the queen ruled, the king or queen ruled, the country, so you can't have somebody that's not ruling at that point, so yeah. And then a year after she became queen, the first train chugged out of the station, and in 1840, she married Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg, Saxe-Coburg-Gopher, and they had 9 kids together, 5 girls and 4 boys. I didn't say how many kids she had, their names, so, yeah. And then, many years later, she died on January 22nd, 1901 at age 81. So she lived a pretty long life. And it sounded like it was a good life. She also, why I think she's very important is, there was right in front of either Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace, there's a statue of her sitting on the throne. So I think that's a sign that she's very important. Yeah, and I forgot what she did for the royal family. It didn't say where I looked her up. or researched her, but she did something good for the royal family. And the second person I researched is King James the first, not King James, King George the First. And I also wrote a paper on him. I actually typed it instead of wrote it. My hands were getting a little sore. So here it is. King George the First. King Louis was born on May 28, 1660 in Hanover, Germany. Many years later, he married Sophia Dorothea of Sal. They had 2 children. Their names were King George II and Sophia Dorothea, so their names were just after their parents, pretty much. They might have another one. It said that they only had 2. Then they also said another name, but then on another website, it said on Wikipedia that he married this other lady. I'm not totally sure. So, when George was 54, his cousin died, so he took the throne. When he first took the throne, he didn't know any English, and he died on June 11th, 1727. And as I talked about before, I think he married someone else. I think him and Sophia Dorothea of Sal got a divorce or something like that. Or they weren't fully divorced. And he, I think, was married or dating or whatever they called it back then. I think he married or dated Molosina von der Schallenberg. I don't know how to say it. It's very hard to say. I'm pretty sure that name's German, because I am German, and that sounds like a German name, kind of. So, yeah, and I think he and his, second wife, had another kid together. I think they had a daughter. It didn't say, on Wikipedia, it didn't say what her name was. So, yeah. And then, why I chose King George is because he was the first of 6 Georges. And I think there might be another George, because there's a Prince George, and, his grandfather, or his great-grandmother is, Queen Elizabeth II, and she's the queen right now. So, and then his grandfather is Prince Charles. That's Queen Elizabeth's oldest son. So he'll become king after her, and then Prince Charles, I'm so used to saying king and queen. Prince Charles, his son is Prince William, and he's the oldest of Prince Charles's kids, and that's just happened. And that's Prince George's father. And Prince George is the oldest of his siblings, so he will become king. So if he becomes king, which he most likely will, unless he just dies too early, which that would be sad. He would become King George the 7th. I'm pretty sure it might be this. Yeah, it's the 7th. And one of the most important facts that I have, one of the most important facts I have, or in my opinion, it's the most important fact, is that in the royal family started in 1066. I think they started by King George, maybe, or I think maybe King William, someone with that name. I'm not totally sure. I think it was either one of them. So yeah. And if why that's the most important fact is because if uh if whoever started the royal family, if they didn't start it, there would be no royal family today. And the royal family, the British royal family, has a lot of fans because I have some magazines about them, and there's a lot of people all over the world that love them. Even now, a lot of people in America like them even more because of Meghan Markle. She just married King Harry, or Prince Harry. So and she was born in America. So a lot of people in America or the United States like the British royal family now, or a lot more than before. So yeah, and if I didn't mention, I might have. I just don't remember if I did. Why I chose King George for the second important person is because he's the first King George of 6, and I'm pretty sure. I don't know what he did, but he did something that was very good for the royal family. I've heard that before. I'm not totally sure if that's true. It didn't say on where I researched, so yeah. And yeah. So I hope you like my Passion Time project. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks. See you in my next Passion Time video.